Dropped.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 11 on the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
What we got? 58, come on. 58, come on.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Looking to throw. Boyle looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, Smiley. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Boyle. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19. The Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Love. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, able to avoid him. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check out. 240. 56. Get that one. Hey, check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check out. 540. 11. 80 weapons. 24. Check 24. Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's coming. 11Z. Go. Mike's 56. All day, baby.
From the red zone now, Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. Everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Check 31. Check.
They try again with Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, Boyle. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Weber. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
To throw on 3rd down. Boyle looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weber. And boy, he is. Very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Smiley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Smiley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Boyle under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Now,
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Luck going to bring him up first and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Brings up second and 11 at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
Check out. Blue 90.
On second and 11 now. Luck. And this is caught by Evans. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now on second and 13. Luck. Funches has it complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. A shotgun snap for Luck. To the right side to Eric Ebron. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
On first and 10, Boyle. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Back to throw. Boyle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now
a first down throw. Luck. And this is Cook with a grab. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on second down. Luck. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Nifty move. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Go! 565!
All day, dog.
Throwing his Luck. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ross, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
From the gun, Boyle. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Wide, get wide. Check three. Switch.
They're going to try and run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, Zoo!
Here's Lott. He completes it to Evans. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Go.
He's telling right here. He's telling the right.
12.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, here's Lott. He'll dump this off to Cook. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and
2. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
12. Hey, check.
From the 50, it's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Smiley. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Smiley. The red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 72 yards.
First down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Smiley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On second down now, Smiley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Boyle. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. In for the score. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Luck. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mike Evans, 92 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Boyle. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a give, right side. Smiley. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, Smiley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll run on first down. Smiley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Say. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight back there. Check 3. Check 90, weapon. Swing. Watch out.
Now a give, right side. Smiley, he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, high 7.
Luck now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jags, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell